27 MGF, 22F of a year, slept with another guy while we were taking it slow a month into dating me. I have been with this girl I'll call Jess for close to a year now. Since specifics matter here, we started dating around last Thanksgiving, but it was only about a month later when we said we're in an official relationship. I really liked this girl from the get-go, and we've gotten very close since then, and we're actually planning of moving together soon. Here's a problem. Recently, Jess and I ran into a guy at a small get-together with mutual friends. They exchanged a weird look like there was something between them, but I didn't think too much of it at the time. During the party, something came up about the place Jess went to for a date. The time was clear, since it was a Christmas market in my town, and again, I thought something was off about the guy. Well, later that night, I actually get a text from him. He got my number from one of the mutual friends, but said, "Hey, I don't know you, but I thought you should know that Jess and I hooked up right after Christmas." I confronted Jess about this, and I could tell she tensed up right away. She got this sad look on her face, but confessed right away. She said she had met this guy on Tinder and hooked up a couple of times, but stopped any contact before we became official. She said she wasn't sure we would get into a relationship at that time, but she still felt bad that I found out this way. She said she considered telling me, but was afraid it would ruin things between us. I told her I needed some time to think, and proceeded to get drunk that night and ignored her texts. The thing is, I feel very betrayed, and I'm really considering ending things. Sure, we weren't official when this happened, but we had already been on multiple dates at that time, and I thought it was pretty clear that we were moving towards a full-fledged relationship. On my side, I had no interest in pursuing other girls at that point because I only wanted to be with Jess, and on her end, she was definitely hinting at us, evolving into a couple and strongly hinting at exclusivity. The other part that kills me is that during this early stage, Jess specifically said she wanted to take things slow physically until we knew each other better. But during this same time, she hooks up with a guy she barely knew from Tinder. When I asked her this, she said it's different because she took it slow with me. Specifically because she thought we would get into a relationship, but it was somehow different with a casual hookup. That logic makes zero sense to me. I don't really want to talk about with my friends because I think they would hate Jess if end up staying together, but I would like to hear opinions on here. Would you stay in a relationship like this if things were going well, but the beginning was so shady? Update, 23 days later. As the title says, I decided to break up with Jess. I kept going back and forth because I was worried I was throwing away a great thing over something that happened in the past. But the problem is, I thought I really wouldn't able to get past it. I can't help what she did was really shitty. Yes, I know that technically she did not cheat, but she knew that I wanted a real relationship and that we were potentially moving in that direction. But meanwhile, she expected me to plan and pay for interesting dates, court her, and prove that I was worthy of her, while she happily hooked up with randos who basically did nothing but show an interest in fucking fuck. That, in a follow-up conversation, it also came up that her friends sort of guided her to act like this, that she should basically allow herself to have fun and to keep her casual options open, but with me to make me work for it, and show that I wasn't just looking for sex, but was capable of being a committed partner. The whole thing just seemed so manipulative and ugly, and these were also mutual friends who I considered to be nice girls and now my friends as well. Now I never want to see any of those pieces of shit ever again. Anyway, I know this is starting to sound a bit like a rant LOL, but I felt pretty pissed off and basically called it quits. The actual breakup was actually quite unpleasant. No harsh words were exchanged, but Jess cried, and we kind of talked about some happy times. I guess that's the hardest part about this. Like, I don't think she is a bad girl, and maybe we could have had a nice future together like we did over the past few months. But in the end, I do think I made the right decision. I want to be with someone who treats me well from the get-go, not someone who manipulates me while playing games just so she can have her cake and eat it too.